Hi there, I'm Nancy Nash with Starfish Strength. I'm a fitness instructor and I'm a new mom. And as a new mom, I know how difficult it is to fit in your own time to work out. Today, I want to give you a bodyweight postnatal strength routine you can do in the time you have. For equipment today, you'll just need an exercise mat and enough space to make a snow angel. As always, make sure you've got your water handy. So I'm going to start out on my hands and knees. I want to make sure that my knees are right underneath my hips and that my hands are right underneath my shoulders. I'm going to draw my belly in and up and come into a flat backed position. Keeping the hold on my abdominal muscles, I'm going to lift my arm and my opposite leg. So I should feel a really good stretch down my back as I press through my fingertips and my heel. I'm going to lower both my hand and my knee back down to my start position with control before switching sides. So before each lift, make sure you really draw your belly button in, and then I'm going to pause at the top briefly, making sure that my hips stay level with one another and my shoulders stay level with one another. And that lower with control is important too. So starting out with this, it doesn't need to be a high lift. My toe might be really close to the floor. I just want this to be well controlled. So the first time you do this, I suggest just doing a set of 10 reps. And as you feel ready for more, add reps in sets of 2. And once you make your way up to 20, you could repeat this workout again and make it into a 2-set routine. So try just a couple more controlled lifts and lowers, really focusing on that abdominal wall engagement. So on each lift, I want to make sure that I'm thinking about drawing my belly button to my spine and drawing it up towards my rib cage. All right, great work. We're going to move on to our next exercise. Next, we're going to do a glute bridge with a knee march. So I'm going to start out on my back. I want my heels to be right behind my hips with my toes nice and straight and my hips, knees, and ankles in alignment. I'm going to draw my belly button in just like we did with the bird dog, thinking about drawing it towards my spine and sucking it up towards my rib cage. And I'm going to hold that contraction as I lift my hips. I'm going to hold my hips in place and take one of my knees and march it towards my chest, replace the foot on the floor, and do the same thing with the other leg. So you notice that I'm really trying to avoid one of my hips dipping. I'm trying to keep the hips aligned with one another the whole time. So that is your balance challenge here. Bridges are a great exercise for training your core, your pelvic floor, your whole abdominal wall, your back, your glutes. They're a great exercise for alignment, whether you've gone through pregnancy and childbirth or not. Now, this variation is a little bit more difficult, so at any point, feel free to take it back into a basic bridge if you need to. But adding the knee march in will really build stability and strength for real life. All right, so let's try one more round, carefully returning each foot to the floor. And then we're going to move into our next exercise. We're going to do a side leg lift with a toe tap. So I'm going to lay it all the way down onto my side. I want to make sure that I've got my joints stacked. So I've got my shoulders, hips, knees, and ankles all in a nice straight line. I'm going to keep my toes pointing forward the whole time. I'm going to draw my belly in. I'm going to do a controlled lift with my leg as high as I reasonably can. And I'm going to tap my foot in the front of my body, lift it back up, and then tap it behind me. So this is a very challenging exercise. At any point, you can always go back into a standard leg lift, lifting and lowering in alignment. But this is really going to build, again, some of that stability, some of that strength for real life movement. So keep thinking about drawing your belly button up and in before you do your lift. Make sure you've got that tuck in the pelvis. You can feel this a bit in your glutes. I should feel the inner thighs working and stretching. I'm going to really think about pressing through my heels so I get that extension all the way down the back of the leg. I can feel that strength building. I can feel that area stretching. You should come out of this with your hips feeling a whole lot better. They should feel stretched as well as strengthened. So after you've done about 10 lifts on one side, go ahead and let yourself flip over. And we're going to repeat this exercise on the second side. So again, I want to stack my joints. I want to line up the shoulders, hips, knees, and ankles. I want to do that pelvic tuck, really drawing the belly in towards my spine, thinking about drawing it up towards my rib cage and holding there. I'm going to keep my toes facing forward as I lift my leg up. And then as I bring it down, I'm going to tap it in the front of my body, lift it back up, and then tap it behind me. So let yourself do that full leg lift in between if you can. If that's too difficult, you could do a shallower lift. Really, we just want to meet the body where it's at right now. Now, even if you're, months postpartum like I am, your body has been through a lot. It is still healing. You still want to listen to it and honor it. So just meet yourself where you're at today. And whenever you need to go back into that standard leg lift, please do. The key in all these exercises really is that pelvic floor and abdominal engagement. So if you get nothing else from this workout, make sure you really think about when you're in your everyday life, picking up your child, doing everything else you need to do in your day. You're doing that little pelvic tuck. You're drawing the belly in towards the spine. You're drawing it up towards the rib cage. All right, great work. We're going to move on to our last exercise. So we're going to do a push-up to a child's pose. So coming into my push-up, I want to place my hands so that they're wide outside of my chest. I'm going to, again, think about drawing my belly button in towards the spine, drawing it up towards my rib cage. And I want to do a controlled lower down to the floor. That might kind of feel like a controlled belly flop. You could even put a pillow underneath your chest if you are scared that, you're not going to be able to push back up. You're probably a little bit stronger than you think from holding your baby. So now I have two choices. I can either just push myself back up and into child's pose, or I could pause there, walk the forearms in, and then push myself back into child's pose, which is going to be a lot easier. So do whichever variation works best for you right now. And if you're diligent with this, you really will build that upper body strength. You will. Because that eccentric lowering phase is also training these muscles to get strong, just like pushing up. If you haven't done push-ups before, please don't be intimidated. There's lots of variations of this, and I'll link to a video I made on how to train yourself to do a full push-up that has the whole progression mapped out for you if you're interested at the end of this video. So coming into that push-up position again, I'm going to place my hands outside my chest. And as I descend, I'm going to think about my shoulder blades coming together and down away from my ears. So they shouldn't be shrugging up. I shouldn't feel any tension in my neck. And then as I push into my child's pose, I'm going to draw my belly in and use my hips to push myself back. So this really is a push-up with an assist. So give yourself one last push-up if you're up for it. Great work. You made it through this whole workout. Make sure you let yourself grab some water. Thanks so much for making time to exercise with me today. I hope you're feeling strong and better set up going into everything else you have planned in your week. If you're looking for more workouts, stretches, healthy recipes, and other healthy living inspiration, please check out the rest of my YouTube channel. And if you're looking for some one-on-one support putting together your exercise program and nutrition plan, please reach out to me in the link in the description. In the meantime, I look forward to continuing this journey with you, and I'll see you in the next video. Are you ready? Take one. You're going to chew on my shoulder? Are you going to chew on your hand? Okay. You can chew on your hand. That's okay. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Good boy. You're so cute. Oh my goodness, is this feeling so exciting? Is it so exciting? So exciting. All right, let's see what we can do, kid. Okay. Oh my goodness.